Hola, muy buena gente, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están acá el DJ? Y en el día de hoy volvemos al Honkai Starlight y continuamos por donde lo dejé la última vez. Tenemos por acá la misión Sosiego tras la tormenta. Bueno, una ofrenda fúnebre y un largo camino por delante. Bien, básicamente, muchachos, para aquel que no lo haya visto, le voy a dejar lo que hicimos en la descripción. Pero bueno, como siempre digo, spoilers siempre al tanto de lo que hacemos. Así que nada, vamos a continuar por esta parte acá en lo que estuvimos haciendo. Así que bueno, vamos a venir para acá. Tenemos esto, básicamente, repito. Y bien, quiero ingresar a la sede de la premonición divina. Ok. Vamos a entrar, a ver qué nos comentan por acá. Perfecto. Después del rato llegan a la sede de premonición divina para preguntar por Xuan.
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon.
Ok.
She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a General.
I don't think I can ever get used to this.
Ok. Aparece Xuan. Ok.
It's a pleasure to see you all here today.
¿Qué tal?
Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples.
Bueno,
Submitting
para hacer
battle
un poco de
reports to
memoria,
the
la
six
última vez
charioteers.
habíamos enfrentado a este jefe
Now I know
gigante
what
raro.
Yuan meant when he said, the highest throne
Y bueno, había
faces
quedado
the strongest
básicamente
friends.
ella como, no sé, capitana, por así decirlo. Bueno, como la general, ¿no? A ver.
Generalship is no trifling matter. It is a duty one must
Básicamente.
bear.
I think she actually really enjoys it.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to
No
sigh and
creo.
complain?
Of course not. On the contrary, I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Luofu.
Ok.
Ooh, all those benefits that the General
La Gen ya
promised.
está,
They're finally
ya
here.
está bien
Yippee!
en la
Yes.
suya.
The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu.
Era gracioso que simplemente sea como un final acá y no tenga nada que hacer, ¿verdad?
After discussions with the
¿Verdad?
six charioteers,
Pregunto.
you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Ok.
Oh, wow. Nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool.
now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you.
Ok.
Please, this way.
Vamos. A ver qué quiere. Ok.
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron Crisis, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus Rebellion, the Arbor's resurrection. Not to mention the Antimatter Legion infiltrating the Luofu. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would appreciate if you could go through it all with me. So, where should we begin?
Años. Hablemos primero. Ok. Hablemos primero de Pantalia.
It appears that Vantilia was the mastermind behind it all.
Bueno, este es justamente el jefe que les comentaba.
Xianzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and ever since we have kept a watchful eye on their movements. Few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the execution of their assaults. The Lord Ravager slithered in unnoticed, clandestinely plotting and machinating, and surreptitiously bestowed a Stellaron upon the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. The present danger posed by the Legion clearly demands a re-evaluation. we should proceed cautiously.
Hablemos de los discípulos de Sanctus Medicus.
When the ambrosial arbor was severed by the Rainbow Arbiter thousands of years ago, the abundance became a taboo. Those within the Alchemy Commission, the original masters of the so-called Way of Immortality, were ruined at a stroke. Presumably, from that moment on, the seeds of discord for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus had already been planted. Some of them were willing to work with the enemy, acquiring a Stellaron from the Antimatter Legion to try and revive the abundance. They succeeded all right.
Ok.
But why
Por
was
cierto, a todo
Fantilia's
esto,
objective to be to realize
¿qué
their
pasó
wishes?
con esta
Those
muchacha?
traitors gained nothing. They betrayed the Xianzhou only
Murió,
to
no sé.
become sacrificial
La verdad que
offerings
no
of the
sé qué
Lord
pasó.
Ravager's grand
Como que no fuimos a
scheme.
investigar más. ¿Qué onda? Hablemos de los cazadores de Stellaron.
The Stellaron hunters. We know just as little. But in the Matrix of Prescience, I saw a prophecy that Kafka received from Destiny's slave. Elio foresaw all manner of possibilities for the Luofu, based on what Kafka knows and despite everything being under the control of Elio. That prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu.
Okay.
Now that the future has come true, the Xianzhou has discovered the Legion's intentions, and with everyone's help, has imposed a crushing defeat on Fantilia.
Creo que ya tenemos una idea.
That
Pero este fue como el repaso, básicamente de
But as
todo.
logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're
ver.
uncertain.
¿Qué pasó
For
con...?
example,
Bueno,
how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of Sanctus Medicus still remain at large? I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report. But for the sake of Jingyuan, anything related to Xianzhou internal affairs will have names redacted. I hope you can forgive me.
entendible.
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into matters, leaving will not be an easy task.
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Cloud Knight generals are all such a hassle.
Ok.
Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now. Oh, if you
Bueno.
pass through Starskiff Haven, I have something that I hope you can give to Yukong.
Pongo. Algo que dejó Tingyun.
It was all so chaotic. When Fantilia took form, it was as if Tingyun
O sea
vanished
que
into
murió,
thin air.
básicamente, realmente.
The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Tingyun was a puppet manipulated by Fantilia, or if some form of deception was used to cloud her vision. I'm already prepared for the worst. Considering how the Legion operates, I fear the fate of the Skyfaring Commission and McHassinger may be a bleak one. As for how matters are handled with regards to Tingyun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian ken. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place, and I think it would be best if you were the one to deliver this item to Yukong.
I understand. Leave it with us.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, let me take a look at my remaining duties for the day. It's quite the list. It's getting late. If you need me, I'll be in the Divination Commission Conclave Hall.
Bueno. Muy bien. A ver, ¿qué te marzo? Yo me medio lagueado los juegos. Puede ser.
Oh, well, we had a lot of stumbles along the way, but we still managed to kick butt and save the Luofu without breaking a sweat. Feels kinda surreal. You don't sound very happy. It may seem like the Stellaron hunters are controlling everything, but we create our own future, no matter how powerful they are. Since showing up, we've saved a lot of people and averted disaster for the whole Xianzhou. Who cares whether someone or something was directing it?
¿Qué planes tienes a partir de ahora?
Actually, I was wondering if Diviner Fu could do me a favor. The Matrix of Prescience has amazing powers and
Bueno,
can
porque
iterate and
no
reiterate
gesticulan, no hace
cosmic
nada.
paths. So it got me thinking, if I turned the Matrix on me,
También.
I was shy. Talking about personal stuff like that in front of everyone? It'd be too embarrassing. When you're free, let's go hit up the Divination Commission together and see what Fu Xuan has to say.
Ok, bueno. Perfecto. Y acá está nuestro compañero de Ángel. ¿Algo que agregar?
Returning to the Luofu and Scale, I left so determined. I'll be gone very soon. Yuan is still but at least for
Okay.
now.
¿Qué harás ahora?
I want to meet the current High Elder of the Vidyadhara. It seems I won't be able to cast off Danfeng's negative karma. If you're planning on an extended stay on the Luofu.
Ok. Bueno, y no sé si está Welt por acá. No. Ah, sí está por acá. No lo había visto. A ver.
Things have come to a close for now.
¿Qué
The
haremos ahora?
Master Diviner asked us to pass.
Ok. Bueno. Vamos para allá entonces. Vamos para el lugar que tenemos que entregar esto. Que es acá. Acá una de estas. Esperemos que no sé si la tenga que hacer. Esperemos que pueda pasar tranquilamente. Lo pido por favor. Pasa que están llenos de misiones y yo no estoy haciendo nada. A ver, si lo puedo rodear esto. Gracias. Hasta luego. Palacio. Ok. Ir para acá. Esta era la marioneta esta, ¿no? La robot Lara.
Please extend my regards to the 10 lords.
I will. Our
Pues sí.
condolences, Hellmaster.
Weshi, no sé cómo será.
You have guests. I shall take my leave.
Ok. Hasta luego.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Luofu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Tingyun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct.
Ok. Tingyun dejó esto.
Tingyun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou, and Tingyun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened to the real Tingyun?
Madame Yukong.
Aunque nada solo entra por la puerta
I'm
así de la nada.
I understand.
Sería muy random.
It's just hard for me to accept. Thank you for bringing Tingyun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, sisters, children. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
Ok. Mucha opción no me
A
dejó.
soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a
Un
funeral.
funeral. Ah, ok.
You see, for long life species of the Xianzhou, death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are used to a short farewell as opposed to a tedious burial process. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Foxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant and limited lives. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives, close friends, and indeed all residents of the Xianzhou. It's also my way of saying farewell to Tingyun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. A victim caught up in a wider conflict. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Tingyun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate Tingyun's whereabouts, but at present, This is the least I can do for her. I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me.
¿Cómo podemos ayudar?
I've instructed Yan Ming to sort through Tingyun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wishes, Madam Yukong.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special skiff at Stargazer Navalia for the ceremony. If you need anything, that's where I'll be.
Ok. Muy bien. A ver acá.
You always did say that I like to gossip, and here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off.
Parecemos nosotros de la nada.
Oh, it's you. For a moment, I thought she'd returned. Did the Helm Master send you over?
We're here to help sort out Miss Tingyun's things. Madam Yukong wants to use some of them for her soul-soothing ceremony.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An Amicassator's seal, a small box, a knife, a bow, and something wrapped up tight. I wonder what this is. Looks like some kind of antique? But who'd want to hold on to something like this?
Oh, Tingyun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring wealth if placed correctly.
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yan Ming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yan Ming, it seems like this is a gift for you from Miss Tingyun.
O sea, básicamente se le juega a él y tal.
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is unexpected. I only mentioned it in passing, but she remembered. Tingyun and I were from different guilds. We were competitors, but also colleagues. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends and other guild members. It became a custom. The rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild was always fierce. We would gift each other all kinds of bizarre oddities. Candy that made your leg hair grow. A violin that could shatter
Caramelos que pueden
glass
hacer crecer
with
el
its
vello de las
piercing
piernas.
shriek.
¿Cómo?
Oh, I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Tingyun would leave something behind for me that was so sincere and earnest. If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel. But what could I possibly gift her back?
Huh. Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, none of this seems like something Miss Tingyun would have kept. I thought she was more about jewelry and beauty. Could there be other things similar to what Yanming got? We should take a look.
A ver,
There's
por verlo.
nothing else except a handful of
¿Qué sé
seeds.
yo?
It looks like there's something printed on the bottom of the box. The Sleepless Earl. Let me think. Where have I seen that name before?
I can't cook to save my life, but one thing I'm sure of is that's a kitchen knife. I've never seen Miss Tingyun use anything like that to defend herself. It must be another gift that she never had time to send. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme. A room alley? Which store
Me
is
parece
that
curioso
again?
como igual es un personaje jugable igual. No sé.
This bow.
Así murió. O sea, no está mal, pero qué sé yo, no sé cuánto impacto tuvo en la historia como para decir que es un personaje jugable. Imagino que igual no estará muerto, habrá algo medio raro como para que
Could it?
no lo esté, pero...
All right, just kidding. Just trying to liven things up around here.
Deberíamos irnos.
Do you know where we're supposed to take these things?
Ok. Vamos a agarrar esto. No sé qué es. Y acá ya no podemos ir tranquilamente. O sea, para ahora que no tenemos nada que hacer. Creo. Ok. Bueno, vámonos. Y para acá no tenemos que ir para... Acá. Ok.
The Sleepless Earl. Was that the name of that tea house at the port when we first got into town?
A ver.
Welcome
No
to
sé
the
qué le
Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Which tea would you like today?
Me parece que nada.
Oh,
Básicamente.
This is the tea Miss Tingyun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. She's incredible. When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product. Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or Vegetations in the Alchemy Cauldron have been around for millennia, and imported mixed teas have also found a niche. Introducing a new product into the industry is really hard. Miss Tingyun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles. She said she could find me a brand new strain during her travels. I just thought she was trying to cheer me up. I never thought she'd actually do it. Where is Miss Tingyun today?
Teoría muerta. tuvo que embarcarse en un... Bueno.
Yes. Now that the crisis has been averted and the ports are resuming operations, Miss Tingyun has been dispatched on business with the Skyfaring Commission out to other worlds.
Oh, really? Well, that's a shame.
Ok.
Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dondu strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste. I called it Tingyun's Blend. Seeing as she can't enjoy it right now, I'll have to invite all of you to try a cup.
Ok, bueno. Tenemos alguna taza que nos dan. ¿Y ahora dónde tenemos que ir? Ok. Para acá, básicamente. Vamos a ver este punto, a ver qué onda.
Ready to squander the remainder of your days?
¿Y acá qué? Imagino que es la Quincue.
Oh, how's it going? Did you take some time off? See any more of the Xianzhou?
Ha sido hablar de especies supremas.
Isn't that the place on Auramali over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about it? Planning on treating me to a feast? It's the main commercial street in the Exalting Sanctum, although it's a lot quieter since the whole Stellaron crisis thing. Tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven. It's one of those bustling tourist streets. But if you want the real deal on local snacks, you've gotta get to Auramali. I've marked it out for you on your map. Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of Granny Chen's tofu. Darn it, now that you've brought it up, I suddenly don't feel like clocking in for work anymore.
Wafu is famous for its soda. You've gotta give it a try.
Y acá me tengo que ir para acá. Aquí no. Ok. Perfecto. Esto ya estuve acá, no estuve nunca. No, acá no estuve nunca. Ok. Ah, ya tengo un punto igual. Ah, verdad, en este juego no se puede saltar. Acá. A ver, acá que tengo que entregar.
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today?
Venimos a entregar un regalo de Tingyun.
Something from Miss Tingyun.
Vamos a entregar una cosa a todo el mundo lo que quedó. No sé, va a ser medio raro cuando aparezca de la nada Tingyun, cuando aparezca viva y tenga que venir a dar ciertas explicaciones, pero bueno.
When she first ate here, I told her my motto: you can't better your own food unless you taste it. Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds. She was captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the end, she mentioned she wanted to get me a gift. A sword for a hero and a knife for a chef. That's how she put it. She probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Look how sharp it is. I bet it'd cut straight through a Thalassa titanium terrapin shell. Miss Tingyun is too kind. Who among the alley vendors hasn't been spoiled by the generosity of whistling flames? Her grand fare puts small merchants like us in touch with big intergalactic vendors. If we're talking gifts, it's us who should be gifting her something. Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Tingyun must be real busy, right?
Y así es.
Miss
Muy.
Tingyun couldn't tear herself
Básicamente.
away from work, so we've had to gift this on her behalf today.
Really? Thank you so much. Why don't I give you all a demonstration and prepare a dish? My treat. I'd love to repay this kindness.
Ok.
Speaking of which, it was our chili beef offal stew that first attracted Miss Tingyun to our restaurant. It's spicy, sumptuous, and guaranteed to get the mouth watering. Not even a girl as refined as Tingyun could resist the temptation.
About that bow,
Bueno.
I think
Bueno,
I
gana
know
con
who
un
Miss
coso también.
Tingyun intended to gift it to.
Voy a darle después el punto que hay por acá.
Mr. Yan Ming said an
Créeme que no
ambassador
puedes
will return
pasar
with
por
a
acá.
gift for a trusted colleague. The person who Tingyun trusts the most is Madame Yukong, right?
En teoría. Bueno, ¿dónde vamos ahora? Ok. Entonces volvemos para acá, imagino. Acá. Ok. Perfecto. ¿Y acá qué? ¿Cómo lo supiste? No sé ni dónde estoy igual, pero bueno. Otra misión más que vamos a hacer después. Si es que la hacemos también, ¿no? No es estrella. Ok. Otra misión básicamente, ¿o qué onda? Ah, no. Lo que continuamos. Vida infinita. Gracias, pero por ahora no. Pero me marcó. ¿Cómo? Me empezó otra misión de la nada. Bueno, igualmente vamos a seguir con esta. No sé por qué empecé de la nada. Ok. Bueno, acá. Yukong. Tome usted, no sé qué lo vamos a dar por acá.
What brings you here?
Estamos aquí para entregar un regalo de Tingyun. ¿Por qué no se lo fuimos a dar directamente al coso al momento? No sé.
This bow. Did Tingyun pick it out for me? She understood my pain. It's a shame I can no longer do anything for her.
Ok.
30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together, but only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. Still, the Law Fu traced out its arc of recovery and continued to trade. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work, never wanting to see the sky again. Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Tingyun, on the other hand, was a born merchant, always discussing business matters with me and offering up advice, even if she was my subordinate. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield, but in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Tingyun and the Guild, the Law Fu would not have been able to recover in the space of just 30 short years. I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Tingyun were the future for the Skyfaring Commission's next generation. They would bring prosperity to the Law Fu. I was only ever suited to the flames of war.
Hey.
I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out will I become useless to the Xianzhou. The Xianzhou needs people like me. Those willing to cruise the sky and fight the flames. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone, Please place your
Ah, va a ser acá el funeral, ok.
Wait for me! Miss Tingyun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
¿Qué quiero hacer esto?
Yan Ming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Tingyun gifted others in the past, but it has a deeper meaning. I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Tingyun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent much of our lives out among the stars. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Ok. Bueno. A ver, acá tenemos que poner regalos entonces. A ver, algo más acá que agregar.
Paper kites are often gifted to children, but as a symbol of spread.
Ok. Wukong.
If you're ready, please select a few items to place aboard the star skiff.
Ok.
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think we should place on the star skiff?
El sello de embajador, el té que lleva su nombre, su plato favorito. Y yo creo que su plato favorito tiene que estar. Va, realmente no sé si puedo todos. Creo. No sé. Diría que el té que lleva su nombre. Ah, ok, básicamente metemos todo. ¿Te imaginas que lo hubiera tomado así de la nada?
For everything you've done for the Skyfaring Commission and the Law Fu. This small seal is the foundation of the Xianzhou's prosperity.
El confortante componente de papel. Vamos a meterla. Acá.
Go. Fly on to other distant worlds.
The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Tingyun. I will seek out the truth. And if it is discovered that you were taken from us, I swear to avenge your unjust end. It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make your way to Earthrise Agora in Starskiff Haven.
Bueno. ¿Y ahora qué? O sea... ya no dejo nada más. Ok. Y esto es acá ahora. Hay un puzzle igual. No sé qué es. Bueno. Hay que ir acá entonces ahora. Vamos para acá. Va a estar raro este final.
Ready to squander the remainder of your days?
Ok. Cinemática acá. Es que igual fuera de juego no me puedo creer. O sea, pienso, si el personaje está realmente muerto, ¿por qué lo incluyeron dentro del juego? ¿Por qué no hicieron un personaje tipo secundario o algo así? No sé. Porque no lo veo mal, pero me parece raro, realmente.
General, the
Y acá aparece el
ceremony is
compañero.
finished. You should take a rest.
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my astral friends. My apologies I couldn't get to you any sooner. Yan Qing made sure that I was fully recuperated.
Okay.
Before you leave the Law Fu, there are two things I wish to gift the Express.
Two gifts? Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him? Is he going to make up for all our hard work along the way?
Please, let us reconvene at the seat of divine foresight.
Ok. Y acá tenemos que ir hasta allá de vuelta. Vamos a salir ahora acá con Yukon. Mirando el
I once held the
horizonte.
same ceremony on the Fenghu, some 30 years or so ago now. Painful memories don't ever fade away with time. I don't want to bear witness to those scenes again. Once I've finished handling the various tasks at hand, I want to aid the Cloud Knights in their investigation. I'll fly out on a star skiff and trace Tingyun's original flight path onto the Xianzhou.
Ok. Bueno, vamos hacia acá. O sea, nuevamente tenemos que volver hacia acá. Imagino que terminará quizás acá la misión.
Ready to squander the remainder of your days?
Vamos para allá. Ah, te imaginas, entramos, está viva de la nada y nos salta como... Ah.
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Ok. Perfecto. Bueno. Y vamos acá. ¿Por qué se me laguea todo full cuando estoy acá? A ver.
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Luofu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Luofu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a Jade Abacus, a symbol of our allied friendship.
Un abaco de jade, eso es un souvenir.
Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a Jade Abacus. The world may crumble, and the heavens may fall. The same is true of this Jade Abacus. It is a record of the Luofu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the Jade Abacus here, in my hand. No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Luofu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew, whatever your need may be.
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yep, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
Don Hong.
General.
Se refirió como Dan Gen a él, no como coso que le estaba diciendo.
I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Luofu.
Nice!
Genial.
But I must remind you that the crimes of Don Feng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you can understand.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. Though I feel my efforts would be overshadowed by the erudition of Lady Fu. Another time, perhaps. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled.
Ok.
I bid you farewell.
Bueno. No termina igual esto acá, what the fuck.
Oh, hi. I know we haven't got the chance to get acquainted, but I've heard a lot of good things about the crew from the General.
Me voy.
So soon?
Bueno,
I
hicimos un
wanted to
montón de
help the
cosas igual.
General, but things didn't turn out how I wanted them to be. I've learned my lesson. Also, I have a rather abrupt request. After fighting Dan Heng, I feel like my skills are lacking somewhere.
Podríamos pegar unas rondas, no, ahora no.
I'm worried that he still holds some grudge
Ahora no.
against me. But to be honest, I'd love to have another spar with him. Safe travels.
Ok. Bueno. La muchachada. Despídete de las personas. Pero no hay nadie más acá. O sea, ¿de qué me puedo despedir? Igual después voy a volver, no, obvio, pero vamos a hablar acá con los muchachos.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gates reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime soon. She was also asking after you, Dan Heng. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried. I'll return to the train and put her mind at rest.
Okay.
Himiko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou?
Mostrar a algunos de los amigos que hicimos por el camino. Pasa que igual me tengo que ir.
Fine, fine.
Ok, pero ¿a dónde voy? O sea, ¿a quién tengo que ir a ver? No me sale nadie más en el mapa. Lo tengo que ir a ver lugar por lugar. Imagino. Ahí, ¿dónde están? Nada, ya sería venir acá. Va, nada, vamos a terminar acá. Y es que ya creo que... O sea, es opcional. Ya directamente. Acá ya me dejan para irme. No sé si hay alguien más por acá, a ver. Igual no voy a estar mucho tiempo. Si hay alguien acá atrás de esto, ya está. Son ambos buenos, Gus. Sinceramente. No sé si te conviene alguno de los dos. Creo que ya estamos para volver. Mi humilde opinión, pero... No sé. Vamos a volver. Acá. Para acá. Ok.
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these ships sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own.
Bueno, volvimos, no más. ¿Y ahora qué? No sabía que era poeta, señor Yang. Lamento interrumpir su poema.
You're back! Welt was telling me about your experiences. I'm more than a little envious. The Ambrosial Arbor, the Ebon Deer, the Divination Commission Matrix, Scale Gorge Waterscape. I pestered Dan Heng to tell me about his experiences, but alas, what could have been a magnificent saga was reduced to a few words and a grunt. Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Welt can stay on the Express.
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
¿Cuál es nuestro próximo destino? No sé si ya hay más actualizaciones acá. La verdad que no tengo ni idea cómo está el juego, sinceramente. No sé si hay algo más que hacer. Esto es como la fresca de memoria. Ah. Ok.
The Express's records show that
Igual ya está nada la
was a
2.0, así que
privilege
imagino
used by
que
the IPC
si
to
no está,
exile
ya va a
criminals.
estar entre unos días en
At
todo caso.
least it was at the time of recording. However, following a Stellaron burst, the planet fell into the arms of Xipe. They say it's been transformed into a prosperous and ethereal realm. The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the planet, so I accepted. When the
Ok.
conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
Acá, ¿qué pasa? Aparece de la nada esto. Ok, este es el que estaba con Dan Heng.
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question. They who brought the Stellaron onto the Xianzhou, what was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you.
La
We are
mítica.
both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right, Jingyun.
Aparece quién
Stay
es
out of our
Kafka.
way.
¿Quién es?
The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path.
¿Está quién es?
The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between
Está la
eons.
Xing ¿no?
If you don't stand
O
with the
nada que ver.
winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the
Creo que
abundance
sí.
in their grave.
Ok. Bueno. Hecho. Misión de los caminos. No te pierdas las siguientes entregas. Ok, todavía no salió. Perfecto. Aplicación de visitante. Ok, este va a salir por acá. Ok. O sea que todavía no tenemos más contenido. O sea, digamos, lo principal está hecho. Acá tengo 80 millones de mensajes. Wow, ok. Va, mucho texto acá, de acá en adelante lo que hay. Bueno. Vamos a ver qué tal. ¿Qué sucede? Voy a responder acá a ver si es algo importante. Estaría gracioso que haya un evento. Ahora pensando en una tontería, ¿no? Pero estaría gracioso que realmente el 7 de marzo haya como un evento o algo así. Ya que leo que acá dice hoy también es 7 de marzo. No sé. Será eso que justo el 7 de marzo haya un evento o algo relacionado con el personaje. O salga algo del personaje, no sé. Bueno, tiene pinta que son misiones secundarias que nos van a ver justamente ahora. Efectivamente. Y acá Dan Heng. ¿Qué pasó? Ok. Perfecto. ¿Y acá? ¿Esta quién es? Perdón. ¿Quién es esto? ¿Quién eres? Básicamente. Soy yo. Tranquilamente. ¿Se trata de una nueva estafa? Puede ser que sea yo. Una pirámide. Misión aceptada. Sustos en el parque. Ok. Bueno, no hay nada más entonces por acá. Nos restará esperar a la siguiente versión que sale en nada en teoría. Así que bueno. Hasta acá por ahora la historia. Igualmente cuando haya más weá la vamos a estar subiendo. Pero bueno. Por lo pronto parece ser que hasta acá. Imagino que igual acá van a salir después más personajes esto que el otro, pero bueno. Nada. Hasta acá entonces.